Good morning, everyone. I am Prajakta from the marketing team at Lead, India's largest school edtech company. And on behalf of Lead, I would like to welcome you all to the live webinar on growing admissions using Facebook for free. This webinar is the 10th one in a series of free webinars where we talk about various topics relevant to school owners and principals. Today, we have with us Mr. Vivek Shah, who has been working as the Vice President for Growth Market here at Lead since the last 2 years. He has an extensive experience of over 14 years across different formats of digital marketing and online ads. I'm sure you'll gain a lot from today's session, given his knowledge and experience in the subject. So without further ado, I would request him to kindly initiate the session.
Thank you, Prajakta. Hope I'm audible. To everyone, you can just give a quick yes in the chat box. Thank you so much for joining in. I see a lot of people have joined from different parts of the world, of the country, and hopefully you are in a nice and a safe place. Thank you for joining in. Today we're going to share some of our learnings and some of our tips that we've gathered along the way, जिससे आप अपने स्कूल की एडमिशंस को इम्पैक्ट कर सकते हो via using Facebook as a platform. A couple of weeks back, we had done a similar webinar जिसमें we spoke about social media in general, and we got a lot of interest from a lot of you saying कि इसमें एक step आगे बताइए how to use Facebook specifically for admissions. Right. So keeping that in mind, we have crafted this just for you so that this helps you in your admission season, admission times, which is starting in some regions and going to start in a few months in some other regions. So I am going to quickly share my screen. Once you are able to see it, please मुझे बताइएगा. All right, we are sharing. Cool. Prajakta, my screen is visible. All right.
Yes, we can see it.
Awesome. So हम आज क्या करने वाले, right? We have broadly 4 areas to cover. Facebook events क्या होते हैं, right? Your primary approach to pushing out or leveraging Facebook are events. तो वो होते क्या हैं, उसको कैसे यूज करें, कैसे बनाएं. Second is audience insights. Who are the people who are interacting with you on Facebook? Are they your relevant audience? और हैं तो उनको आप किन content formats से engage करोगे? How do you reach out to them and which content format? Facebook में what all formats exist? And some examples also we'll give you. And third, we also want to give you how do you measure success कि आपने जो काम करा है वो successful रहा है या नहीं. Right? एक होता है just करना और एक होता है करके देखना कि वो सही चला या नहीं. Right? So I think digital में ये possible है, and I think that's the beauty of a platform like Facebook. So broadly ये 4 चीजें करेंगे. Along the way आपको कभी कोई question हो, please type it in or raise your hand. I'll keep on taking pauses and we'll pick it up then, or we'll also have a Q&A at the end यदि आपको तब पूछना होगा. All right, getting into a quick question, Prajakta, can you please fire a poll for us before we start up?
Sorry, can you take back to the question? Okay, it's on the screen. I request everyone to enter their answer and we'll wait for 10 seconds to get it.
Yes, the question is, have you used Facebook to grow admissions for your school abhi tak? Just to, it'll be good to know how many of you have or have not, but want to.
Okay, we'll wait for 5 more seconds.
Right.
5.
2005, 2004, 2003. Thank you for the countdown, Prajakta. 2002, 2001.5, 2001.25, 2001.
Okay, I am sharing the results.
Okay, so that's a lot of you have used this, but good 1/3 have not, right? So I think what I will highly encourage is of those जिन्होंने use करा, it will be very good to hear from you as and when we proceed कि आपने कैसे use करा है, and so that we can share the learnings as well. And then let's proceed for now. Thank you, Prajakta, for firing this. For those who missed the previous session, just a quick reminder. We have created a fairly extensive social media guide, right? so that आपको इस सेशन के एंड में भी आपको मिलेगा. So hang on till this end sessions end and we'll give you very detailed Facebook social media, which is across all platforms, ki guide, templates, tools, themes, a lot of those structures that will help you boost your social media activities. Okay, so that's you're going to get at the end of this session. All right. First things first, then coming to the Facebook events, right? इसमें तीन main चीजें हैं events में. आप how do you create an event? How do you promote the event and how do you check for responses, right? So मैं आपको यहाँ पे screenshot ले जा सकता हूँ. If you want us to take you to a page and show you how it actually is done, happy to do that. आप please बताइए in comments, do you want me to do it on screen या यहाँ इसी में screenshots पर screenshot ले जाऊँ, right? So I'll continue here unless the ask is otherwise. So once you log into your Facebook page, जैसे ये हमने हमारे lead के page में हम login किए हैं, you will see there is an events tab here, right? And that's a very simple. Facebook has done a fantastic job of creating a platform which makes it easy for us to create events and manage events. तो ये home के बगल में है events. We'll of course share this PPT as well. तो आपको ये screenshot by screenshot journey भी आपके पास रहेगी. ये event पे click करें, right? It will take you to आपके जो भी अभी तक के events हैं. अगर नहीं है तो फिर blank होगा. And यहाँ पे there is a create new event की button, right? Click here to obviously you want to create a new event, right? Now when you click on it, event के कुछ aspects होते हैं setup के, जैसे event का नाम क्या है, right here. Event किस दिन है, क्या time पे start होगा, कौन सा दिन end होगा, like some example of we have given some example of events, but आप शायद I'd love to see hear from you in the comment box one or two examples of events जो आपने करे हैं. A lot of you have used Facebook. Have you used events and some examples of events that you have created in the meanwhile, right? ये in person है, यदि आपके स्कूल में आपको event करवा रहे हो, so that will be an in person event. And है तो कौन से location है, तो location आप search करके डाल सकते हो. कई बार we do it online also, we do it offline also. And online करने के लिए you might do it on Facebook Live. आपको पता है Facebook Live क्या है? If you don't know, please put it in the chat box and Parakta, let me know if people are asking for it.
Sure.
And sometimes you can even create an external link. यदि आप किसी और प्लेटफॉर्म पे ये कर रहे हो इवेंट, बट वो लिंक यहाँ पे डालनी है, तो वो भी कर सकते हो. तो फेसबुक में आपने बता दिया कि मैं इस दिन इस वक्त ये इवेंट कर रहा हूँ या कर रही हूँ, एंड वहां पे लिंक दे दिया कि इस इवेंट को ऐसे लॉग इन करके ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. सो दैट्स अ flexibility that you have, whether you can do Facebook Live, you can do some other platform or partner live, या अदर भी कोई और तरीका है ज्वाइन करने का जो लिंक से नहीं है, किसी और तरीके से, तो वो भी आप उसमें इंस्ट्रक्शंस दे सकते हैं. ऑलराइट, सो दैट्स हाउ आप इसको क्रिएट करोगे. इवेंट के लिए बहुत रिकमेंडेड है कि आप एक बैनर बनाएं, उसका रेशियो है 16:9, सो दैट अच्छे से लोगों को समझ आए ये इवेंट है किस बात का. ऑलराइट, आई एम सीइंग सम कमेंट्स, आई एम होपिंग these are which we have already picked up. हाँ जी. So once you are on this event, events को informative बनाना बहुत important है कि उसमें है हो क्या रहा है, right? So event के details क्या हैं, right? ये लिखना, this is something which is very important. This is the link, for example, for one of our events that we had, and it was a public event. कोई भी on or off Facebook के देख सकता है, right? और ये लिंक हमने दे दी थी, जैसे हमने पिछले स्क्रीन में बताया, ऑनलाइन इवेंट एक्सटर्नल प्लेटफॉर्म था, राइट? आप ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे आप कीवर्ड्स और हैशटैग्स डालोगे, that much recommended. When people are searching for something related to this event, then higher chance that आपका नाम रिजल्ट्स में आए, राइट? देन जब आप इवेंट पेज बना रहे हो तो इवेंट की कैटेगरी क्या है, राइट? आप इवेंट को कैसे मार्केट करना चाहोगे? स्पोर्ट्स इवेंट है, नाउ Facebook, ऑल दीज प्लेटफॉर्म्स आपको टैग करते हैं कि आपके क्या क्या इंटरेस्ट हैं। जैसे अगर यदि आपने बहुत सारे स्पोर्टिंग पेजेस से इंटरेक्ट किया है, स्पोर्टिंग एड से इंटरेक्ट किया है, स्पोर्टिंग कंटेंट से इंटरेक्ट किया है, तो फेसबुक ऑटोमेटिकली आपको एक ऐसे सिस्टम में डाल देता है कि आपको स्पोर्ट्स वाली चीजें थोड़ी ज्यादा दिखेंगी, राइट, क्योंकि आपको वो इंटरेस्ट है। सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ एंड सिमिलरली ऑन ऑन गूगल, राइट। तो ये कैटेगरी डालने से जो उस कैटेगरी में इंटरेस्टेड लोग हैं उनको ये ऑटोमेटिकली ज्यादा दिखने के ज्यादा चांसेस हैं, राइट। एंड देन यू कैन ऐड को होस्ट, यदि 2-3 लोग हैं जो होस्ट कर रहे हैं, आपके 2-3 टीचर्स हैं जो होस्ट कर रही हैं या कर रहे हैं, राइट। सो दैट्स इसमें एक लिखने वाला एफर्ट होता है। सो यू विल नीड सम एबिलिटी टू राइट समथिंग व्हिच इज एंगेजिंग ऑन दिस। ओके, सो आपने इवेंट पेज सेटअप कर दिया, राइट। आपका पेज फिर ऐसे दिखेगा, राइट। आपने फोटो डाल दिया है, आपने टॉपिक लिख लिया है, आपने उसके डिटेल्स लिख दिए हैं, एंड द मोमेंट यू से क्रिएट इवेंट, ये आपका काम पेज बन गया, राइट। और आपका ऐसा ये आ गया। नाउ जब आपका इवेंट बन गया, देन यू वांट टू प्रमोट द इवेंट। आप कुछ लोगों को तो ये दिखेगा, बट आपको उसे पुश करना है ताकि ज्यादा लोग उसमें एंटर कर पाए। नाउ आप पुश कैसे करोगे? देयर आर, या तो लोगों को खुद डिस्कवर करें, लोग सर्च करें और आपके इवेंट उनके सर्च लिस्ट में आ जाए। फेसबुक पे काफी सर्चिंग होती है। या तो आप जाके सामने से लोगों को जाके बताएं कि ये देखिए मेरा इवेंट है, आप आइए, है ना। तो हाउ डू यू गो एंड टेल देम, राइट? देयर आर 2-3 ways you do that, and the most sort of most the best way there is to share it in groups, right? Because there are other groups which are already made on social media where people are engaging with each other. And I'm sure in your case you will know a lot of teacher groups, a lot of school owner groups, a lot of teacher parent groups, a lot of just parent groups of schools, of families, of societies, etc. तो वैसे जगहों पर आपको जाके इसे पोस्ट करना है कि देखो ये इवेंट में कर रहा हूँ या कर रही हूँ। फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपके स्कूल में साइंस डे है, साइंस डे का इवेंट बना लिया, उसकी लिंक बन गई, एंड देन आप जाके नियर बाय विसिनिटी एरियाज के ग्रुप्स में, आप वो ग्रुप्स कैसे ढूंढोगे, वी विल शो यू दैट हाउ डू यू फाइंड रेलेवेंट ग्रुप्स वेयर यू पोस्ट इट, बट यू कैन गो देयर एंड देन post it so people there come to know about it, right? So how do you share it, right? So you go to some of these groups, um, you search for relevant names, you check for some of the follower base कि हैं कितने लोग उसमें, and review content relevance एक बारी देख लीजिए. It's always good to see what is being discussed there. Is that even an active group, or someone made it 10 years ago and then no one has done anything about it, so on and so forth, right? So that's the other important part of creating these groups and searching relevant content in these groups. For example, this is one group which is say public, right? So you can often explore कि इसमें क्या बातें कर रहे हैं लोग, right? And therefore whether to post it here or no, right? So this is where you have to this is where you need humans and human intelligence to look at it. And you can also join these groups, and it's highly recommended that you participate in any social media group. And just to take a side step, social media को social media क्यों कहते हैं, right? Because it is social, and the definition and meaning of social is where you interact with each other. So जब आप किसी other entity से interact करोगे, two-way interaction, that's where it becomes truly social, right? So highly recommended कि आप not just for events but on an ongoing basis events groups में जुड़ें. कोई और इवेंट करे तो उससे इंटरेक्ट करें, आप इवेंट कर रहे हैं तो आप उसके बारे में बताएं और उसके बारे में यूजफुल इंफॉर्मेशन दें. The moment you start giving useful information to people, there is going to be an insanely high interest in your page, right? And that I think is the one line core message. आप ऐसी इंफॉर्मेशन दें जो पेरेंट्स चाहते हो, एंड आपका ऑटोमेटिक ग्रोथ होनी ही है, राइट? दैट्स हाउ प्लेटफॉर्म्स आर डिजाइंड, राइट? ये मेरा ओपिनियन नहीं है, these are platforms are designed, right? I think there are a few Q&A and chat. I hope Prajakta you will call it out in case that needs attention.
Yeah, sure.
Right. All right. Sorry. So this is one example of a group. मैं आगे बढ़ रहा हूँ, right? Now आपने ये कर दिया, explore करा, and then you post or some post mention anything in that group. Okay. Second, promoting the event is pin the most pin the post and manually position in the events tab as one of the first tabs on your page's timeline by clicking edit tabs to increase visibility. आप देखो कि ये इवेंट्स टैब जो है ये सेकंड है, राइट? आप जो है इसको सीक्वेंस बदल सकते हैं ताकि जब कोई आपके पेज पे आए ताकि उससे पहले दिखे। आपके पेज पे आने के 2-3 तरीके हैं, 2-3 ways people can land on event, right? They searched, the event आ गया, fantastic, but not everyone searches. So a lot of people might just come to your school's page, like parents might come to your school's page. Now a page पे आके event कैसे पता चले कि event हो रहा है, and that's where making it more visible and bringing it higher up is important part, right? तो आप ये कह सकते हो कि ये जो event है ये edit tabs पे pin to top of page, आप ये यदि कर दोगे तो आपका ये जो पोस्ट है, राइट, दिस विल गो ऑन टॉप। तो जैसे ही कोई आपके पेज पे आए, they will see this first, and that's how the latest event that you are running or the nearest event or the most next event that you are running, highly recommended कि उसे आप पिन करें टॉप पे, ताकि जो जिसे पता भी नहीं होगा इवेंट हो रहा है वो देख के इंटरेस्टेड हो सकता है। ऑलराइट, मूविंग ऑन। अब आपने इवेंट तो बना लिया, राइट? अब आपको एक कंटेंट प्लान इंक्लूड करना है, वेरियस फॉर्मेट। हमने एक प्लानर का एक स्क्रीनशॉट दिया हुआ है, और ऑन द राइट इज आल्सो अ सिंपल लिटिल टेम्पलेट ऑन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ फॉर्मेट्स, और कैसे टेम्पलेट बनाएं कि मंडे को कोई एक कैंपेन है, ट्यूसडे को प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च है या इवेंट लॉन्च के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, वेंसडे को किसी और चीज के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं। तो इट्स अ टेम्पलेट दैट इज देयर, एंड आपने ऐसा टेम्पलेट, देयर आर डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स ऑफ टेम्पलेट, आप गूगल पे सर्च करोगे आपको 50 अदर फॉर्मेट्स भी मिल जाएंगे। दिस इज इंडिकेटिव टेम्पलेट कि आपको पता चले कि इस दिन क्या कंटेंट आपने भेजना है। इट इट नॉट बी ऑनलाइन, आप पेपर पेंसिल पे भी बना सकते हैं, बोर्ड पे भी लिख सकते हैं कि मंडे को ये कंटेंट शूट करके भेजेंगे, तो यदि आपको स्कूल से वो बनाना है स्कूल में तो आपको वो याद रहेगा, राइट? बट इट्स the important point here is you have to create content including various formats. आपके वीडियोस हैं, स्टैटिक्स हैं, carousels हैं, right? That is what a content is about. And content is कब कौन सा content, यहाँ पे यदि आपका इवेंट हो रहा है वेडनेसडे को, तो आप 4-5 दिन पहले से इवेंट के बारे में कुछ बताने लगोगे, राइट? that phase is known as pre-launch phase, है ना? तो प्री लॉन्च फेज में आप क्या दिखा सकते हैं इवेंट के पहले? तो हमने कुछ एग्जांपल्स दिए। आप स्टूडेंट एक्साइटमेंट दिखा सकते हो। आपने देखा होगा जब भी कोई अवार्ड्स आता है टीवी पे या स्पोर्ट्स इवेंट्स होता है टीवी पे, राइट? यू सी अ लॉट ऑफ वीडियोस एंड स्मॉल स्निपेट व्हिच सेज आई एम सो एक्साइटेड टू बी हियर, आई एम सो एक्साइटेड टू सी दीस टीम्स प्ले एंड माय बेट इज गोइंग टू बी XYZ इज गोइंग टू बी विनिंग इट। ऐसे प्री इवेंट प्री लॉन्च कंटेंट सीरीज आप बना सकते हो, और इसको बनाने के लिए बहुत ज्यादा क्रिएटिव होने की जरूरत नहीं है। यहाँ पे हमने एग्जांपल्स भी दे रखे हैं। काउंटडाउन हो गया, 5 days टू गो, 3 days टू गो, स्पेशल गेस्ट हो गए, आपके किसी प्रिंसिपल से, आपके चीफ गेस्ट से एक वीडियो या एक कमेंट ले लिया, आपने फेसबुक इवेंट बना ही लिया। स्टूडेंट एक्साइटमेंट दिखा सकते हो, आपके तो स्टूडेंट्स आपके पास इतने सारे हैं, राइट? पेरेंट्स को भी दिखा सकते हैं, पिछले साल की बेस्ट एंट्रीज दिखा सकते हैं, सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ। अब जिस दिन लाइव हो रहा है, लॉन्च है, उस दिन तो आपने इवेंट फुटेज, फेसबुक लाइव, पेरेंट्स और स्टूडेंट्स से उस दिन मिल गए और बोले कि ये देखो इस विनर के पेरेंट्स से सुनिए कैसा मजा आया, क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा, एक्सेट्रा। बच्चों के परफॉर्मेंसेस ऑफ दैट ऑन दैट डे यू कैन पुट दैट एज लाइव, राइट? दीज आर द वेज यू विल एंगेज ऑन द लॉन्च event. And third is post launch, right? आपको you have to plan post launch, because many times what happens is इवेंट हो गया, इवेंट के पहले बहुत प्लानिंग हो जाती है, बट इवेंट के बाद we obviously it's a bit of a relaxation moment, right? And that's important to carry forward that post event window, ताकि लोग अगली बारी के लिए याद रखें, ध्यान में रखें, right? And that's why it's important not to let go of that momentum. So you talk about post launch events, awards के बारे में बात कर दिया. अब बहुत सारे media and PR and newspapers, a lot of local newspapers can come to cover, और आप उसको Facebook पे आपके पोस्ट करके उसको और लोगों को बताएं, राइट. विनर्स के बारे में पोस्ट करें, उनके बारे में कुछ कुछ लिखें. जरूरी नहीं है सारे विनर्स को एक दिन में कवर कर लें, 4-5 दिन के लिए बना के रखें और उसको शेड्यूल कर दें, right? That way you increase the longevity of your engagement, right? So those are the top sort of 3-4 main ways आप content drip या content series बना सकते हैं, right? Third है, now आपने अभी event तो बना लिया, event promote कर लिया, आपको ये भी देखना है कि event के responses क्या है, कि event जब होता है, इस दिन हम ये event करेंगे, आपने बहुत सारे किए होंगे, जिन्हें किए हैं उन्हें पता है, but for those who haven't, you will see कि आपने event post कर दिया, अब आपको पूछना है कि भाई कितने लोग आओगे, right? तो at least आपको idea मिलेगा कितने लोग आने वाले हैं. हालांकि in our experience, if 10 people say they are interested, those 10 may or may not always turn up because some last moment activity or last moment commitment comes up. पर उसके अलावा बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं who will still turn up, जो who might not say they are going to come in, right? पर आपको आइडिया मिलता है कि पिछले बार से कितने ज्यादा लोगों ने इंटरेस्ट दिखाया है या नहीं दिखाया है, एंड देयरफॉर इवेंट के प्री लॉन्च में हमने इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन करा या नहीं करा, एंड देयर स्कोप टू इम्प्रूव इट और नॉट. सो ऑन द इवेंट पेज व्हेन यू आर देयर, आपको ये इंफॉर्मेशन आपको ऐसे दिखती है साइड में, जैसे गेस्ट कितने हैं, 15 इंटरेस्टेड हैं, एक गोइंग है, सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ, राइट. और आप जब इस पे क्लिक करोगे तो आपको गेस्ट की लिस्ट मिल जाएगी, किसने कहा है कि मैं आना चाहता हूँ, यहाँ आना चाहती हूँ, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा, राइट. तो आपको सारे लोग मिल जाएंगे. नाउ अब जब आप रियल लाइफ में भी कह रहे हो कि 15 लोग हैं आपके घर में, यदि कोई फंक्शन हो एंड यू हैव 15 पीपल कमिंग इन, you do call them a day prior or 2 days prior and just send a reminder that please join in, right? Nowadays calling doesn't work as much as maybe WhatsApp or SMS, and therefore Facebook allows you to remind them via Facebook Messenger, so you can send them reminders. This you can click on the three dots, send them a reminder ki, hey, we have this event, do join us, right? So that is how you will be able to engage with them leading to the event. Now this might require a little bit of manual effort, but I think this is a good learning instance to engage with your teachers, some of the senior students, if they are in the right age category to use digital platforms, उन्हें भी exposure मिलेगा, and you will also get the benefit, right? And the parents or the other side of the audience will really see कि बच्चे कितने confidently आप ये कर पा रहे हैं, right? And I think that's a really great learning experience for everyone. So what kind of events can you promote, right? I think at the start हमने कहा था कि आपने बहुत सारों ने Facebook use करा admissions के लिए. I think events are a way to showcase the best of your school, है ना? Best in terms of academics, best in terms of sports, best in terms of international exposure or great exposure, best in terms of national state level competitors, best in terms of what all technology your school uses or how well equipped your school curriculum is in creating best minds and most confident children, right? So these are examples हैं. I'll just wait for a few seconds for you to go through the list. Annual day, school day, awards, sports days, master classes, national level competition. ये हमने examples दिए हैं जब हमने हमारे schools के लिए, for example, चेतन भगत के साथ एक master class करा. We did that. We promoted that on Facebook, right? Now, not all schools will get a chance to listen to Chetan Bhagat, right? But we made that available. We did a lot of national level scholarships and competitions. I beg your pardon. So उसका हमने event करा, national event को हमने we telecast it live. हमारे classes are smart classroom, etc. तो उसको हम showcase करते हैं. We do a lot of student events where student led conferences होती हैं, right? And we encourage everyone to sort of push that on Facebook and digital platforms as well, right? So those are the kind of events that you can promote. अब हमने event बना लिया, promote कर लिया. Next part is how do you understand your Facebook audience? right? So again, you open your school's page, आपको admin access की जरूरत है, obviously everyone here needs to be admin to access those pages. um, and you open the business suite, managing various features such as page postings, content, planner of the planner for content, Facebook ads, and on the left hand side आप ये देखोगे, and then click on the insights tab, right? यहाँ पे ये वाला insights tab जो है second last जो मैंने लिखा hover कर रहा हूँ, right? Here you will see a lot of very useful information, like आपके Facebook, how many people did you reach? Did you reach का मतलब है कितने लोगों ने आपका पेज एटलीस्ट एक बार अपनी फीड में देखा, right? That's what it means. शायद फीड में उनके आया, एंड देन फेसबुक पे कितने हैं, इंस्टाग्राम पे कितने हैं, आपको दिखेगा कि कहाँ आपकी ज्यादा बढ़त हो रही है। ये देखो 9% फॉर एग्जांपल इस पेज के हिसाब से फेसबुक पे है और 78% ऑन इंस्टाग्राम पे है। तो अब इससे एक अंदाजा तो मैं लगा रहा हूँ कि इस पर्टिकुलर पेज का ग्रोथ जो है वो इंस्टाग्राम पे बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है। हालांकि इंस्टाग्राम पे केवल ये 28 लाख है, यहाँ पे 1 करोड़ है, बट फिर भी ये 3 गुना कम है नंबर, बट बढ़त एटलीस्ट 8 गुना ज्यादा है, राइट? तो इंस्टाग्राम इज अ वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट प्लेटफॉर्म एज एटलीस्ट फॉर दिस पर्सन, एंड आई कैन अश्योर यू इट्स फॉर मोस्ट पेजेस के लिए ये ट्रू है, राइट? सो ये इनसाइट्स आपको देगा कि आप कितने लोग आपको देख पा रहे हैं, क्या क्या टाइप का, यदि आपने कोई पेड कैंपेन करा है तो पेड से आपको कितनी रीच मिल रही है, ठीक है? तो at some point we might do another webinar to talk how to leverage paid platform of Facebook. आप इवेंट्स को प्रमोट तो कर रहे हैं ऑर्गेनिकली, बट यदि आपके पास, आपने कहा है चलो मेरे पास थोड़ा सा बजट भी है, तो उस बजट को लेके मैं कैसे रीच बढ़ाऊं, और यहाँ पे आपको उसका इंसाइट्स मिलेगा, राइट? फिर आपको ये तो मिल गई कितने, अब आपको ये भी जानना है कि कैसे लोग हैं, उनकी एज ग्रुप क्या है, वो कौन से शहर के हैं, और कौन से किन चीजों पे वो मेरे से इंटरेक्ट कर रहे हैं, मेन विमेन, मतलब पेरेंट्स हैं, पेरेंट में फादर ज्यादा इंटरेक्ट कर रहे हैं, मदर ज्यादा इंटरेक्ट कर रहे हैं, सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ, राइट? सो ऑडियंस टैब में जो है, जैसे ये ओवरव्यू में था, और यहाँ पे ऑडियंस टैब जो है, यहाँ पे आपको यू विल गेट दिस इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट एज, जेंडर, एटसेट्रा, विच लोकेशन, एटसेट्रा. If you are a chain of schools, you will come to know which of your events, which of your schools, or which of your locations in which cities are engaging more with you, right? And also आपको वो भी जानना है कि when your audience is most active. So once you open your Facebook page insights, यहाँ पे हमने लिंक भी दे रखी है, और इट्स नॉट द इनसाइट्स ऐप अंडर मेटा बिजनेस, थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजिंग हो सकता है कुछ लोगों के लिए, बट हमने इसलिए लिंक दे रखी है। आप अपने पेज के लिए ये क्लिक करोगे तो आपको ले जाएगा, राइट? तो आपको वहां दिखेगा कि आपके कौन से पेज व्यूज हैं, कितने दिखे हैं, कितनों ने पेज लाइक किया है, राइट? कितनों ने नहीं करा है या कितनों ने अनलाइक किया है। आपके पोस्ट के ऊपर इंफॉर्मेशन मिलेगी कि व्हेन आर योर फैंस ऑनलाइन, दिन में रहते हैं, दोपहर में रहते हैं, शाम में रहते हैं, रात में रहते हैं, ताकि उस वक्त यदि आप कंटेंट शेड्यूल करें, so you will get maximum impact of the same content, right? If you post something at 4 a.m. in the morning versus you post something when people are most active, when do you think most people are likely to respond, right? So that's a kind of insight, like you see it on this page, right? इतने सारे लोग हैं जो ये 5 है, ये मे बी दिस इज 6 a.m. in the morning, is when a lot of people are active, right? Now when are your fans online? तो जब आपको पता है कि आपके लाइक करने वाले ऑनलाइन इस वक्त हैं, you will probably want to engage with them on that time of the day, right? So data will tell you exactly what during the week is your audience attention maximum, and what time during the day on an average the audience attention the highest, right? So we'll just take a quick another poll. Pranita, if you could fire this one.
Yeah. Okay, it's on the screen. I request everyone to check all the options that are applicable.
Which Facebook features do you use to promote your school? Facebook Live, stories and reels, events, or none of the above?
Okay, can we have a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Right.
Okay, so I'm sharing the results.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Interesting. So stories and reels, obviously the maximum events, काफी लोग use कर रहे हैं, so that's great. Facebook Live, relatively lower. So obviously there's a higher scope to use Facebook Live for broadcasting. And you could use Facebook Live in conjunction with other events also, other live platforms also, so that you increase the reach. So great, thanks a lot for answering this. Thanks a lot for firing this project up. So what format sort of work the best, right? So obviously Facebook Reels, and most of you have said you already use that, so fantastic using that. It's a fantastic platform and product of Facebook for engagement. And I think kudos to that platform for bringing this out. To reach audience beyond your follower base, because Reels just keeps on popping up in your feed, right? And those 54 के अलावा जो अभी तक नहीं use कर रहे हैं, those who haven't probably marked it, highly recommend that you use it. And real school shots work way better than any other animated video. Real anything works way better than animated video. So always try and recommend. We always recommend using real than animated. And उसमें enhance करने के लिए there are logos, events and occasion name, one-liners. You can create topical days, relevant hashtags, and if you just open the platform, you will see so many other ways to make it slightly more quirky, slightly more beyond mundane. तो इसमें आप म्यूजिक वगैरह लगा के और उसको एंगेजिंग बना सकते हो. Like some examples that we have put in our in the screenshot, हमने people are writing actually what are they seeing. That's a very useful way. Regional local language में लिखना is another very interesting way. Information about school, information about your partner if you're working with someone like Salient, और उस वीडियो में क्या हो रहा है, right? So all these are very strong information, right? पोस्ट जो होते हैं, राइट, किस तरीके के पोस्ट होते हैं? तो रील हो गई, पोस्ट हो गए, 3-4 तरीके के हो गए. एक हो गया टेक्स्ट बेस्ड पोस्ट, केवल टेक्स्ट, राइट. विजुअल ऑब्वियसली हैज स्लाइटली मोर अपील, ज्यादा आसानी से देखते हैं, वी व्यू मोर देन वी रीड. सो विजुअल बेस्ड पोस्ट व्हिच आर स्टैटिक्स, एंड इसमें आपके पास करोजल भी है, एल्बम्स भी हैं, जहाँ पे आप 3-4 या 5-6, आई थिंक अप टिल 10 कार्ड्स बना के आप दिखा सकते हैं. तो एक काइंड ऑफ सीक्वेंसिंग हो जाती है कि फर्स्ट, तो देखो हमारे स्कूल में साइंस प्रोजेक्ट हुआ, ये द फर्स्ट 5 एंट्री, सो 1 2 3 4 5 कार्ड्स, वैसे 6 कार्ड का एक पोस्ट बन सकता है. तो दे डोंट हैव टू क्रिएट 6 डिफरेंट पोस्ट, बट एक पोस्ट में 6 एक साथ दिख जाते हैं, राइट. सो एडिंग मोर फोटोज एंड वीडियोज इन सिंगल पोस्ट एनहांसेस द चांसेस ऑफ गेटिंग एंगेज. फॉर एग्जांपल, आपने एक पहला ओपनिंग कार्ड बताया, ये देखिए हमारे स्कूल में साइंस इवेंट, और position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4, position 5, your top 5 entries, and then एक वीडियो भी डाल दिया कि ये देखो ओवरऑल ग्लिम्स हमने ऑफ द एंटायर इवेंट. तो आप देखो, जो लोग उस वीडियो में होंगे या जो लोग उस 5 फोटोज में होंगे, वो तो देखेंगे ही, एंड दे विल आल्सो वांट टू शेयर इट ऑन देयर ओन प्लेटफॉर्म. इफ दे शेयर इट, उनके फ्रेंड्स विल नो कि आपके स्कूल में ये हो रहा है, राइट. एंड दैट्स वेयर द वायरलिटी कम्स सो मच, राइट. तो आपको जब आपने जो लिखा है उसमें उससे भी ऑटोमेटिक शेयरिंग में लोगों के फीड में आने से इम्पैक्ट होता है. तो कीप कीवर्ड्स व्हिच आर रेलेवेंट, keep keyword which talk about science project and see what happened. Those kind of keywords will make people want to engage with the audience a little more. Tag people जो उसमें आए हैं या उनके parents, depending on whether they are on platform or not, कि देखो इसके this one's son has done this well, this one's daughter has done this well, so on and so forth. Huge way of getting organic reach, right? Up इसमें you can enhance this thing using location, stickers, music, event links, fonts, etc. तो Facebook लाइव कर दिया आपने, you can create add yours, जैसे ये फोटो बूथ होते हैं, और you can create a question there. आप स्वाइप करवा सकते हो, पोल्स कर सकते हो. पोल्स इज अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग वे ऑफ एंगेजिंग. आपने खुद देखा होगा, वी यूज अ लॉट ऑफ पोल्स in all our posts and webinars, right? Questions बना के, engagement questions होते हैं, and repost and reshare करके it increases the reach by many levels, right? I hope आपको ये जिसने use नहीं करा होगा, this is coming in handy. Those who have used it will get a validation that they are doing it the right way, right? So coming to talking about polls, third poll for us, Prajakta, over to you.
Yep.
Do you know how to measure the performance of your Facebook page? Right. This is the poll, and the question will be
Yeah, it's live.
single choice answer hai. Yes, no, and I'd like to know.
Okay, I think a lot of people have answered, so we'll have a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sharing the results.
Yeah.
Yep, results are on the screen.
Okay, so almost a three-way contest. So yes, no, I'd like to know. So great, we will know more as we proceed. So let's look at how do we measure performance thereafter. Thanks, Prajakta, for firing this. All right. Okay. So how do you measure the page's success? This is the final section of today's webinar. Success is essentially how many people you're able to reach and how much do they engage with you, right? So आप कितनों पे बात कर पाए, कितनों ने आपके साथ दोबारा बात या engagement करा, right? So reach is number of people who viewed your content. This includes followers and non-followers. तो आप किसी भी post के नीचे ये देखोगे आपको कितने लोगों को ये reach करा. This is that number, right? And and number of people who interacted or engaged with your content. Engagements का मतलब होता है किसी ने या तो like करा, share किया, comment किया. That is engagement, right? So that is your engagement number, right? How to check reach and engagement? तो इसमें भी screenshots हमने दे रखे हैं. You can quickly go through it. A Facebook page के insights पे चले गए, right? And there you went into content tab, and here you get to see the panel on the left. How many you reach, how much you engage with, right? And we have gone over this earlier also, so I will move on, and you can look at each post level. अब content पे आ गए तो आप हर post का कितना किस level का reach था and what is the kind of reactions you had, right? This will tell you what kind of content is engaging the most, and then you can create more of that content, right? आप देख सकते हो कौन से time window, ये top right पे you have a calendar view कि आप किस दिन का देखना चाहते हो, so it will filter only for those days. तो यदि आपको कोई इवेंट था और आपको देखना इस इवेंट के ये विंडो में क्या एंगेजमेंट रही है, तो यू विल कम टू नो व्हाई दैट. यू कैन आल्सो स्टोर डेटा विद डिफरेंट फिल्टर्स, लाइक कहाँ पे सबसे ज्यादा रीच है, कहाँ सबसे ज्यादा शेयर है, कमेंट्स हैं, एटसेट्रा, राइट? दिस टेल्स यू व्हिच ऑफ द कंटेंट इज मोस्ट एंगेजिंग. आप इसको एक्सपोर्ट भी कर सकते हो इफ सम ऑफ यू आर मोर कन्वर्सेंट विद एक्सेल और सम अदर स्प्रेडशीट टूल. एक्सपोर्ट करके आप किसी को शेयर करना है internal management को, it's easier to do that than to get them to come on a platform like this and do it, right? You can also choose a particular post from this report and check its individual statistics कि specifically कितने photo views हुए, कितने links गए, and how is this post compared to other posts in the last 21 days. तो आपके इस post, इसका मतलब है 6 गुना बेटर है आपके बाकी posts in the last 21 days in terms of distribution, in terms of कितने लोगों ने उसको देखा, right? So that's and via, you know, what are followers and why do they matter, right? आप जब post को किसी चीज पे आप जब timeline पे डालते हो तो हमें लगता है कि वो 100% of the people को जाता है, but वो शायद 100% को नहीं जाता, बहुत कम लोगों को जाता है. But आपके जितने ज्यादा लोग होंगे आपके following, उतने ज्यादा को जाने की chance, so it's higher probability that more people will see if you have a higher follower base who are genuinely your followers and not those who have come to you by other means, by paid means, right? So a rising follower growth indicates that your page is growing well over time. So आपको ये follower base constantly तभी बढ़ेगा जब आप उनको कोई ऐसा content दे जिससे उन्हें मजा आए, जिससे engagement में अच्छा लगे, right? So you know, what according to you are some tips to increase follower base on Facebook? I think quick 2-minute आप यदि chat पे लिख सकते हैं, what are some of the tips? I see a lot of people have used Facebook. So what according to you are some of the tips that you have used to increase follower base? It will be a good learning occasion for all of us. So can I request some of you to just type something in the chat? I will request if some of you can type it in. In the meantime, I will proceed to the next part, and maybe we can also pick it up during the Q&A. Right? I think Rajesh ji has replied, content should be viral or interesting. Very true. Khalid Ulha, constantly uploading content. ये बहुत important point है कि consistency and constancy is very important. Nitin, thanks for sharing. Using hashtags and tagging people. Rishikesh is talking about festive celebrations posting. Very true. Arjun is talking about reels. Rajesh is again sending invites through personal IDs, events from Vijayaji. True. I think this is great that all of you, so many of you are already using it, and those who are probably not storytelling. Sajid is saying storytelling. Great, Sajid ji. Thank you for sharing this. Regular activities of students. Madan Kumar ji. Great. I think students. I think दो तीन चीजें जो common thread है. Events जो school में हो रही हैं and students and parents webinar where Chitra ji saying webinars for parents. Sunil Patil, sensational issues. I'm not I'm not very clear about sensational issues for schools. Is that but अगर आप use कर रहे हैं then good for you. I'll be little concerned about using it or thinking twice before I use it. अर्जुन रघुवंशी जी कह रहे हैं regular interaction between teachers and students. Very true. I think आप school की जो आपकी school की value proposition है, which is teachers, facilities, exposure, curriculum, इसके बारे में यदि आप बताएंगे, that will be super handy to parents. I'm just looking at a couple of it will be helpful if I get the you will of course get the presentation, ma'am. Activities of students photos. Great, Neelam ji, thank you so much. I think it's great to hear a lot of these and get these inputs from you. Mohammed Jalaluddin posting riddles. Riddles एक बहुत अच्छा चीज है to make them think. Thank you for sharing this, Mohammed ji. Navjot saying activity of students in post. I think we've got a good theme and mix of responses. Huge many thanks for sharing this, everyone. The interest of time, I'm just moving a little bit. So आपने ये सब कर लिया, you're all set, right? Now you can start building your follower base, and I think apart from the PPT, I think if you take a screenshot of the last 20 comments that have come in chat, I think you will have a ton of great content material कि आप कैसे और क्या post करें, right? So how to check follower growth and count, right? So आप open your Facebook page, हमने link दे रखा है, इसके insights tab में आ जाइए. In the followers base आपको ये दिखता रहेगा actions on page कितने हैं, page views क्या है in the given time window, and page likes क्या है in the given time window, and whether it's increasing, reducing, etc. over time. And you will get, and don't be worried if it dips on certain days, if it increases on certain times, right? हमेशा increase हमेशा decrease is not possible. So there are bound to be certain up and down days, but that's fine, right? आपके followers कितने हैं, आपके organic followers कितने हैं, आपके unfollows भी होंगे. There are a lot of people who unfollow because they don't find the content relevant, and that's fine. आपने ये देखना है कि आपके followers add जो हो रहे हैं वो जो घट रहे हैं उससे ज्यादा हो, है ना? Then you are net positive, and over time it will always be positive. There will be some days where आपने कोई content डाला होगा जो उन्हें ज्यादा पसंद शायद नहीं आया होगा, लोगों ने unfollow करा होगा. ठीक है, just make a note कि ऐसे content को कम use करें. That's fine, right? And I think now we are moving to the last part of the poll that we have. Do you have a website for your school? And Palakta, if you could help us with that.
Yeah, it's live.
All right. Do you have a website for your school?
Okay, we have quite a few responses, so I'll have a countdown of 5 now.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I am sharing the results on screen.
Okay, awesome. So I think we had a similar response last time as well. So I think important part when you have a website, it's important that you can post it on your Facebook page. Like when we work with all our schools, we create a listing page for our schools, so that ये सारी चीजें कहीं पे कहीं पे दिखाने के लिए आपके पास एक शोकेस रहे, in case you don't have it, and you can link it back and you can put means to track people from that page to your school, which is what the next point is: how to track admissions from Facebook. And 2-3 ways, couple of ways that we're talking: offline and online, right? In the offline ways, physical admission form with social media as an option. हम कई बार जब पूछते हैं लोगों को कि how did you know about us, right? So social media में आपने कहीं पढ़ा होगा, देखा होगा. It helps to know in a offline mode. कई बार lot of schools and businesses in general use what is known as coupon code. आप कहते हैं online एक coupon code रख दिया, for example SM2023 social media 23. तो एंड यू हैव सर्टन गिव अवे और जो आप वैसे भी शायद दे रहे हो या जो डिजिटल से आ रहे हैं उनके लिए अलग से दे रहे हो, ताकि आपको पता चले कि इतने लोग हमें ऑनलाइन की वजह से आए हैं. इट विल गिव यू कॉन्फिडेंस वेदर टू इन्वेस्ट और नॉट टू इन्वेस्ट नेक्स्ट ईयर ऑन योर सोशल मीडिया, राइट? एंड चांसेस आर यू विल सी दैट दिस इज बेनिफिशियल. जब तक आप ट्रैक नहीं करोगे आपको क्लियरली शायद पता नहीं चलेगा किस वजह से आपके पास आपके लोग आ रहे हैं या नहीं आ रहे. इफ यू वांट टू नो इट, ऑनलाइन वेज ऑफ कोर्स इज ऑनलाइन गूगल फॉर्म. आपने आपके डिस्क्रिप्शन में कंटेंट में लिख दिया कि ये फॉर्म है, यहाँ पे इंटरेस्ट भेजिए, राइट? व्हेन वी वर्क विद आवर स्कूल्स, हम हमारे स्कूल्स का पेज बनाते हैं जहाँ से पेरेंट फॉर्म भर दे तो डायरेक्टली उस स्कूल को चली जाती है, या स्कूल को डायरेक्टली कॉल कर सकते हो, बटन पे क्लिक कर दे तो स्कूल से बात हो गई, राइट? तो आपको पता है कि ये तो फोन नंबर है, ये फोन तो बस वेबसाइट पे लिस्टेड है, दैट मींस ऑनलाइन से आया है, राइट? So those are the ways you can track your admissions on this platform. There are a few tools that we are talking about. ये आपको स्क्रीनशॉट लास्ट टाइम भी दिया है, डॉक्यूमेंट हमारे डाउनलोडेबल में भी है, बट डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स: वीडियो एडिटिंग, फोटो एडिटिंग, कॉपी राइटिंग, बैकग्राउंड रिमूवल, कीवर्ड सर्च, ये सारी चीजों के लिए हमने फ्री टूल्स दे रखे हैं. आप यू कैन यूज इट unless you are already using it, but some of these are really good free tools to start off. That's the most important part, right? I'm happy to take questions now, or if you have any, you can think about it. In the meantime, Prajakta, if you want to take it from here.
Yeah. So thank you for the insights, Vivek sir. I'm sure the audience must be having a few follow-up questions for you. And as you said, while they type their questions either in the chat box or the Q&A button, I would like to invite Ms. Shalini, who heads the brand content and PR function here at LEAD, to quickly introduce a bit about LEAD to all the new people who have joined us today. And also, I would request everyone to stay back, because at the end of the Q&A session, we'll be giving you the free social media guide that we mentioned earlier during the webinar. All right, over to you, Ms. Shalini.
Thank you so much, Prajakta. And I'll have to second what Vivek said a little while back, that I think we are learning as much from the comments and the ideas that everyone who's participating is, sharing. So some great ideas, and I was having a really interesting time reading them. Can you move to the next slide, Prajakta? So a little background about us while you type in your questions. LEAD is India's largest and fastest growing school edtech company. But where it all began is with an understanding that a child spends 6 to 7 hours in school every day. And this is where the deepest learning and the bestest kind of learning happens. So to really, enable excellent education for everyone, schools are where it needs to start, and you're driving those institutions. So that's an awesome thing to be doing on a day-to-day basis in all our collective opinions. On the screen, you can see our co-founders, Sumit Mehta and Smita Dira. LEAD was established about 10 years back. Today, we're in 400 cities. We work with 3,000 plus schools. We reach 12 lakh plus students, and we also work with about 25,000 plus teachers across the country. So just a quick snapshot of what is LEAD. It is essentially a combination of three systems: a teacher capability system, a student development system, and of course, we have strong technology legs. So what do? Our teacher capability system makes sure that your teachers have all the resources that are needed to make learning more fun, more engaging, and more effective in classrooms. Our student development system is basically a combination of deeply researched pedagogy, curriculum, how children should be taught in schools, what are the resources they should be using, and of course, strong emphasis on multimodal teaching learning, because we know that each child learns differently. At the end of the day, we want our students, your students, to be. Sorry, my camera has decided that it wants to make things colorful. So let me just go off video for a second. But yeah, so essentially, we are working towards the goal of making sure that each and every student is the most and best confident self that she or he can be. And of course, it's all driven by a very strong technology backend that we are continuously working on and innovating on at LEAD. Here's a little bit about how you can get in touch with us and partner with us. And I think it's time to move on.
Yeah.
The questions.
All right. So I'm going to look at some of the questions that are there. So you have, I think,
Yeah, so there's one question that we have, how to create form link in Facebook page ad where parent can post their details.
okay. So how to create a form, two parts, how to create a form, and then you can create forms in two ways. One, you can create a lead form for which you need to start, which is a part of paid part of Facebook. So I'll keep that aside, but that's one way. The other way is you can create a free form using the free tools like Google Forms. There are a few other platforms as well, but Google में you can create a form, forms.google.com पे जाके. You can put the fields that you want there, and once you publish it, it will give you a link, and that link is where you can use in your Facebook pages or posts and get it. If you're doing an ad, Facebook allows you within the ad itself to create questions, name, grade, etc., etc. But to push that, you will need to put some monies behind it. So Facebook ka ek lead gen is an ad format name. Once you create a Facebook ad, and maybe there's enough response, we can create one session for it. But long and short, Facebook lead gen ads mein aap kar sakte ho. Otherwise, you create a third party form and put it in your post and your description. Hope that answers Rajesh ji.
Okay, so as of now, we don't have any more questions. I think you covered pretty much every single detail in the webinar. So we can wait for a few minutes while I share the link to our social media guide as well as
Sure.
the link to our feedback form. And if anyone has any question, please feel free to ask. We'll be here for another 5 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just reading one from Arjunji. I want to give franchisee of my play school. I know how to run ads. How can I target teachers on Facebook ads? So short answer, Arjunji. To target teachers, when you go to Facebook ads and targeting within audience, there is a category for teachers and even schools. What grade of teachers? Whether it's early primary, pre-primary, primary teachers. Right? You will get that classification. You can add them into your audience, and then you will target it to those people. Always recommend that you put an age category and you put a region category as well. Sajid, we are newly signed up lead school. Can we expect lead generation campaigns for admission? So, Sajid, we can take this conversation separately. We've done so. आपके specific case के बारे में we can please route it us through your customer success person, and we'll be happy to take it. Arjunji, in employment or interest? In interest, not. So आपको अगर teachers को reach out करना है who are employed as teachers, then you should take it as employment. Generally ये common में high overlap होगा, right? So that you will employment as teachers in primary and location targeting in and around areas of your interest should do the trick. Sure, thank you, Arjun.
So request everyone to download the free social media guide that I've shared here. And we'll also be sending you the recording link as well as an attendance certificate and the free social media guide as well through an email. So please stay tuned for it. You can expect it early next week.
Thank you, Harshavardhan Reddy, thank you for attending. Thank you, Chitra ji, for hope you had a useful session. Thank you, Raghu ji, Rupal Pandya ji, Rahul, Mohammad ji. Thank you. Thank you. Shriram, Mahboob, Sandeep ji, thank you so much. Saraj, Jaisha, Aman. I want to, what about, please. Aman, you can feel free to write to us. Prajakta has given us all our contact details. Happy to hear and get back to you. Yeah, we'll be doing a similar session on paid posts as well. Thank you, Dharmender ji. That's the idea. We want to connect with every one of you, and I'm glad you took the time out. Narendra Singh sir, thank you. I hope you had a useful session. Will you provide teacher trainings? We'll definitely get back to you on this with a more concrete answer, Chitra ji. Ravi, thank you for the session. Thank you for attending, Ravi. I hope you had a useful takeaways out of it. We'll be giving you the social media guide as well. Biswanath ji, more details. Please let us know what all details you want. But this recording, etc., handbook, to aapko milegi as a because you've attended, and thank you so much for spending the time with us.
All right, I think we can wrap up. Thanks for the wonderful session, and see you everyone next time for our next webinar. We'll keep you posted. Thank you.
You.